All right, what's going on, everybody? Oh man, so today, it's been a damn struggle. I'm telling you. So this morning I got up, I went ahead and did the yard, mowed and edged everything. Yard's looking good after all that rain, and we got more. We got more rain coming in. And then I went ahead and pulled down the solar charger for the camera. Pulled that down. It's just running off the battery. And now I'm on my way to Bass Pro to pick up some of these bobbers that I saw, these slip bobbers. So I'll flip y'all back on when I'm at Bass Pro. Alright, well this is annoying. So trying to, so y'all know, trying to find these in the slip bobber, and I can't find them. They only have the spring, and I'm not looking for the spring, so I'm going with this, even though this isn't really what I need. But this is the biggest slip bobber, a bigger slip bobber than what I got. So, alright, we are done. I will talk to y'all back at the truck. Alright. Okay, everybody. So, after running some errands and going to the gym, I made it back to the house where I'm going to go over what I got from Bass Pro Shop and kind of show y'all what I've learned. Because what I learned is the reason the fish aren't necessarily biting at the creek is because I might be giving them too big of a bait. Because all the fish I've been catching are about yay big. So here's my new kind of setup and my new tool. First of all, I'm using too heavy a line. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down to an 8-pound mono instead of, I don't know, I think I've been using like a 20-pound braid, which is way too heavy. Second of all, I got a chatterbait. Had success on these before, but so I'm hoping that this, who knows. But the real star of the show is what I've been told to do, these rage tails. So basically, what I've been told to do by an old timer there, who showed me pictures of what he actually caught. Okay, so basically, we all know what a rage tail looks like. What you want to do is go up to about the second appendage and get yourself, a knife, or I got a pair of scissors here, and just cut that off. Break it, and now you have a smaller presentation. And then what you want to do is get yourself a 1/16 ounce jig head. And I'm going to show you how to get that open. I'm going to show you how to kind of rig it here. This is, like I said, all you gotta understand. I know there's people out there who are like, yeah, no joke, Potter, or J&P Outdoors. But I'm new to all this. I'm learning, guys. So, alright. Take your jig head, and then what you want to do is you want to kind of feed it down the middle, and then and bury it. Well, kind of, I'll have to work on it, but kind of something like that. But yeah, kind of something, you want it to look kind of something like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to flip it out there, and it's going to, kind of bounce. And this is for clear water, of course. Or I guess I could go with a little bit smaller hook. But basically that's what you want your setup to look like. Because you gotta remember, I'm fishing creeks now. I did get a double-bladed spinnerbait to replace the one that y'all didn't see that I got hung in a dang tree. Let's see, what is this? Oh, basically it's another 16th ounce. Cause I got some plans for this one. So another 16th ounce jig head. And what is this? And then I got a 1/8 ounce jig head. And this is if you're fishing, creeks that are kind of clear, that, you might want to give the fish a smaller bait presentation. Like I said, I'm seeing fish, but okay, yeah. See, something like that. I don't know. And then basically what I can do is now I take this one and kind of do the same thing, and line your hook up in the middle, and boom, there you go. Now it's come out at the head. It looks like a better presentation. And then you just tie it onto your line, and bam. Or I guess I could flip it around, yeah. Or you could flip it around and I got it on backwards. Hold on. Okay. Got it on backwards. There we go. So now that's what it's gonna look like. And just throw that out there. Now, I'm sure you could do this, with anything. Like, what else did I get? I got a little bit bigger bait presentation that I may try it with. I got the 6 Sense Congo Crawl in what is it? Black and blue and green pumpkin. I wanted it in watermelon, but unfortunately they didn't have it in watermelon. And then I got another style of chatterbait that's chartreuse and white. And kind of the same thing with the chatterbait. You could take your watermelon Congo Crawl and put it as a trailer, or if you're gonna, or like I'm gonna do, I've got a chartreuse chartreuse mute minnow that I'm gonna put on as a trailer. Now, see, you could do the same thing if you wanted something to pop. You could put a white, something, like a white grub or, a white tube on this and really, get that. So these are just some options I'm going to try here in the next couple of days, because once again, holy crap, and pray for all the people in the Midwest who are going through absolute hell right now with the tornadoes from northern Texas all the way up to, the Midwest. Crap. Oh, man. Did I just screw this up? We have to read. Okay, hold on. Alright. Get out there and put what I've told y'all in this video to use. Just remember, sometimes fishing's just about experimenting. You don't necessarily know what they might be in the mood for. They might be in the mood for small baits. They might be in the mood for big baits. As they say, you gotta match the hatch. Whatever size bait is swimming around in your little creeks, whether it be, baits like that or baits like that, or even bigger baits, you just gotta match. And sometimes, believe it or not, bass don't always want big baits. They may only want, a little bitty, something this size. So, get out there and enjoy, and remember, like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the notification buttons. And it's a JMP with JMP Outdoors saying thank y'all for watching. Now, go have a good time this summer.